Guys, Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, y'all saw the title, y'all already know what I'm doing. I am cold calling motivated sellers live. I'm going to do some live cold calling today, but most importantly, besides me cold calling sellers live, flexing on a guru, showing that I do this business for real, besides doing, the important stuff that I do on a daily basis, making gurus feel sorry for themselves. I'm also going to show you guys how you can cold call too, because I do a lot of cold calling, but I want to show you really, again, another part of this, which is my mindset during the calls, what I think during the calls. And also what I really want to do is talk to you guys and really see how many questions you guys have with the calling too. So really, it's going to be 2 hours of live cold calling. I will do cold calling myself. I will show you how to pull lists, and then I'll cold call those type of lists if you want me to do that. I'll also, if you guys want, we can do cold calling role play. This is just a cold calling live video. And most importantly, if you guys are going to cold call live, you can hop on, talk to me. You can even do it in front of everybody, and we can write your skills. So without further ado, let's get it going, guys. You already know, guys. All I need to do today is just have my phone. I did not bring my wallet in the studio. I have my wallet outside the studio because I'm driving, obviously, but I don't have a wallet right now, okay, in the studio, which means every single call I'm going to do today will be free. If I have an internet connection and a phone, that is all I'm going to do today, and that's how I'm going to close deals. So you gave me nothing. You gave me $0, cold calling with no money. How am I going to do it? That's what we're going to share today. So without further ado, let's break it down, guys. Remember, if you're getting any value from what I'm doing today, do me a big favor. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go check the audio really quick while I'm hopping this all up, and we'll get it going, guys. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below your questions, and we're going to break it down. So we got the spinner wheel out today, ready to spin it all going. We're going to spin the wheel and see where I'm cold calling today. And hey, hopefully close some deals and flex on the guru. So without further ado, let's break it down, guys. You know what time it is. It's wholesaling time, baby. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Oh, snap. I was admiring the Jimi Hendrix right there. But guys, it's live cold calling time, guys. It is the best day of the week. It is the live cold calling day of the week. It is cold calling Tuesdays. And just remember, guys, if I dedicate an entire Tuesday, okay, to cold calling live, y'all think you better know it's important. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Always an FYI, I do have to give a FYI. I do have a Category 1 hurricane going to sweep over my house. Actually going to sweep over the studio also. So if the power ever goes out during these streams, just know it's not me, not even the gurus. It's because there's like 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts currently going on right now. By tomorrow, it should get kind of bad. So you got a hurricane coming. What are you going to do, right? So just if the internet comes out, just give me a second. I'll be on my LTE on the cold calling. So don't freak out over that. But without further ado, let's get the calling going. So the question is, where do I cold call? How do I do that? So all I do is the magic picker wheel. And the magic picker wheel chooses all. It chooses where I'm going to make my money because the picker wheel knows all. The picker wheel knows how I'm going to make a bunch of money. And most importantly, the picker wheel will choose my cash. So let's get it going. Let's break it down and let's make some moolah. Boom! All right, where are we going? Where are we going, guys? Kind of nervous here. All righty. Louisiana. All right. Hey, everyone's going to be in a good mood. LSU beat Bama, so they're all going to be in a good mood. So we got a lot of Louisiana fam up in here. So it should be pretty exciting. So I'm excited about it. So let's hide this choice so we don't deal with Louisiana anymore. And let's get it going. So let's just start calling. You know, we can talk about this all day, but why don't we just go into Zillow and just start calling these leads? Because that's pretty much going to be the only way we're going to get better at wholesaling, right? Louisiana. All right. So just give everybody an FYI. Let's just look at the median home price in Louisiana so I know what my range should be. So I'm just searching median home price Zillow, Louisiana. Okay. And if I go to Louisiana right here, let's see here. All right. So I'm looking on Zillow, and as I could see right here, Louisiana, the median home price value is $218,000. So we can know that. That is what we're doing. So this is map of Louisiana, just FYI. Looks like they haven't dipped their values yet, but eventually it will come. So you already see it kind of. But so it's been kind of an upshoot lately, but it's going to get interesting. So prices are definitely down in Louisiana. Zillow hasn't done it yet, which is kind of funny, but hey, what are you going to do, right? So let's go cold call the for sale by owners here, and we'll pull some leads in Louisiana too. So let's do the FSBOs first, and then we'll get into like the code violations and probates and all that other fun stuff. And let's break it down. So all I'm going to do here is I don't want to go above 220K. I'll do 230. All right. So all I'm going to do is a for sale. Click here. For sale by owner. Everyone can see this, right? Just make sure we're all good. Yeah, everyone can see that. Awesome. Gonna click apply. Oh no, it looks like there's nothing. Oh, yeah, they're listings. So we're going to newest. So I'm going to call the old ones first. The old ones, guys, I'm telling you straight up, they're always the best ones. So anything over 100 days is my preference. But Louisiana is actually not too bad. What I mean, oh wait, sorry, price, guys, sorry. We're going to max it out at, let's do 240. All right, let's max it out 240. Let's get rid of lots and land and then apartments. And then boom. All right, that should make it a little easier for my cold calling on here. So let's go to 100 days and get calling. So these are really old. Let's just do... All right, let's look at some price cuts. I'm just going to snipe some of these deals out. And let's start calling these deals. Money, money, money. Guys, you ask yourself the question, who's got my money? And you know who's got my money? Well, the state of Louisiana's got my money. So let's start calling these leads, start calling these sellers, and let's start making some moolah. So, all righty, let's get it going. Let's get the number here. All righty, let's see what we got. All righty. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. 463. Yep. All right. 223. All right. All right. So let's see if it's gonna call me here. All righty. Oops. Hold on, I'm just getting this dialer all set up here. It'll take me a second. All right. Here we are. I have so many stinking phone numbers for cold calling on these lives that I have to go through some of them. And I just test if they're spam likely or not. But, all right, let's get it. All righty. Hello, hi. Is this the owner of 31915 Shelley Drive?
It is.
Hello, hi. This is Zach. I'm calling on a recorded line. I'm looking here on this property, And I see it's been listed for a little bit. Is this property still for sale?
We're about to close.
Oh, you're about to close?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. Have a great one. All right. She's about to close. Good for her. I don't really care if they're about to close, but who it matters, whatever. All right. Let's get here.
To connect to 719. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I don't like it.
Sean Flynn is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, this is Zach. Please give me a call back whenever you can. Thank you. While we're dialing, make sure you guys go to freewholesaling.com, free wholesaling course. Oh, no, nothing yet. Make sure you go to the free wholesaling course. And yeah, I'm just having conversations, talking to sellers, trying to close some deals.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, this is Zach. Please give me a call back whenever you can. Thank you. It's a vacant lot. Hello, hi. Is this the owner of 399 Kostmeyer Avenue?
What's that?
Is this the owner of 399 Kostmeyer Avenue?
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, this is Zach. I'm calling on a recorded line on my business cell. Just looking on Zillow here, and I was just seeing if you're still looking to sell the property.
Oh shoot! I mean, I'll sell about anything but my wife for the right price. So, y'all want to go look at it and make me an offer? You can. I'm not going to give out any information on the phone or anything, but there's a lot of public information on it. So, and, feel free to make me an all-cash offer.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I just got to look at this, and I had a couple questions. So it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, correct?
Yeah.
And what's the story on it? Because all I see on the description is it's just priced to move quickly. I was just wondering what's going on with the property.
I mean, I've got a tenant in there right now.
Oh, okay.
$1,200 or $1,250 a month. So, got a good paying tenant in there.
Okay. And do you know how long they've been rented out for?
I've been renting the house for probably 4 or 5 years, but you can, if you put in that address, you can get all the information you want on the house.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was just saying because I couldn't see the pictures on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all in the listing, but I mean, there's a lot of public information on it. So,
Yeah. Okay.
make me an all-cash offer, I'll send it to my,
Okay. And I mean,
closing attorney. If for the right price, it doesn't have to send it.
okay. I mean, what's the right price?
Probably, I don't know where it was on that last Zillow deal, but I would guess somewhere in the mid 130s.
Okay.
It's cheap, not a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a reason why it's been listed for about 4 or 5 months? Is there a reason why it hasn't sold yet?
I put it up up there, and I just forgot it was up there. Really, I thought I took it off because I got a new tenant for it. It's all, I mean, the house is all, renovated and in good shape.
Oh,
And
wow.
I actually thought it was taken down.
Okay. And what's your name, by the way? My name's Zach.
Noel.
Noah. Nice meeting you, Noah.
Noel. Yeah.
Oh, Noel. Okay. So I'm just trying to think here. Is this tenant on a lease? So if I buy this from you, are they going to have a lease? Is it month to month?
I believe they do have a 12-month lease, yeah. So it would have to be, if you wanted something that's revenue producing, it would produce, they entered into the agreement, I think, August 1st. So there's about, 8-9 months left.
Okay. All righty. I'm just trying to do the math in my head here at 1250. Okay. And so you haven't known as listed here. Okay. And I mean, my only question here is,
It generates about $14,500 a year.
yeah. Okay. That's not too bad here. All righty. And then, have you gotten any like offers on this property? I mean, I just don't understand how it hasn't sold yet.
Well, I thought I took it down. It's really not for sale.
Okay. No, the only thing I saw.
When I rented it in August, I thought I took it off of Zillow's site. I just had it as a for sale by owner deal. I thought I took it off when I rented it, actually.
Okay. No, the only thing I saw here was from, I think, June, a price change of 129, and then it went back up on August.
Yeah, and then I picked up a tenant in August, and I thought I took it off. To be honest with you, I've not been trying to sell it since I got the tenant.
Got it. Okay. I mean, Noel, if I'm looking at this thing and if it's renting out for about what, $1,250 a month, I'm just kind of looking at
$1,200 or $1,250.
Okay. All right. And do you know how much the taxes are on the property? I'm just trying to see what my NOI would be on this.
I'd be lying if I told you. I could look it up, but probably about $2,000 a year. I'm guessing.
Okay. And then property insurance?
That just depends on your risk tolerance. And if you want $1,000 deductible, it's going to be expensive. If you want like a 5% wind hail deductible, it's going to be cheap. You just gotta.
Yeah.
That's going to depend on your risk tolerance.
Okay. And I mean, just trying to think of this. I mean, if I was going to buy this thing cash, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like a quick 10% cap rate for me or something like that, based on vacancies. So you said you're in the mid.
Yes, I mean, if you if it 1,200 is $14,400 a year, right?
Yeah, roughly.
So, and then you take out your property taxes and your insurance and kind of see where you're at.
Yeah. And
but it's a solid neighborhood. It's stable. It's I had one tenant for several years, and when she moved out,
this guy's BSing me. He wants to sell the property.
Put it out on Facebook, and it was rented in less than a month.
Okay. Well, I'm being honest with you. If this thing's cash flowing, this could be something I want to buy. But my only issue is I don't want to buy something from somebody that doesn't want to sell it, because you said you're not even looking to sell it. So.
Well, it's not for sale. So if it were just a full price offer or something, then what I last had it listed for, I'd probably be inclined to do something. But it's a cash flowing property for me right now too, so it's not like I have to sell. So I'm not sitting here flat footed where I got to sell the property.
All right. I mean, just think of my partner Justin. He likes to buy these on like a 10% cap rate. So just think of how he would do it. He would probably be closer to 100,000 on this.
Yeah.
So would that work?
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't work for me, but that wouldn't work for me.
Okay. All right. Well, no big deal. Well, if anything changes, you have my number here.
But anyway, yeah. Thanks for calling.
I appreciate it. Have a great one, Noel. Bye. All right, no big deal. I mean, I'm doing the math here, so we can actually put it on the. So I'm gonna get probably a billion questions about what's cap rate, all this stuff. Well, what are you trying to do? Let me just kind of write this down. What I'm trying to go at with him on this. So I know if I could sell it at a cap of 14, oops, I could probably sell this thing like hotcakes, right? So I just look at rental properties and what the cap rate is going to be on it. So let me just show you where I'm coming at on this. So looking on here, is it going to load up? Here we go. All right. Let me share my screen, just show you real quick what I am. This is kind of what I'm coming at on this deal. So look at here. Got the iPad all set up here. All right. So when I'm looking at this deal right here, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm getting a lot of questions on this call. So let me just explain it really quick. If this guy is renting it out for $1,250 per month, multiply that by 12. You know, Zach's the genius, but I can't do the math in my head right now. It's about 15K a year in revenue. So look at 15K a year in revenue. It's not that bad. So if it's going to cost me between $2,000, let's just say, let's call that insurance. Let's say 2K in taxes and then 3K in repairs. Not bad. What is that? 7. So, I mean, that's tax is probably gonna be lower than that. Let's call this 2. Let's make it on the safer side. 6. You're gonna net $9,000, and then maybe if it appreciates 10%. So if the thing's worth 110, maybe add an extra, let's say $1,200 in appreciation to just be a nice guy. That means roughly. This is really quick math, but like maybe you're going to net between 10,002, but you could probably push it up to 100. Let's call it 110K for being nice. It's called self-insurance, which is kind of stupid for Louisiana, but let's call it more or less 11K. Okay. So if I'm doing the math here, if I divide that by 0 to 10%, which should be my cap rate, my NOI, my net operating income, that'll probably say most investors will probably buy this thing at 110K as of now at a 10% cap rate, which is still appreciation could be more. Repairs is a little much. I know tax is a little much, right? 110K. So if I got it for 100, that's going to be $10,000 in profit for a wholesale deal. Now, this thing could be worth to a cash buyer. Probably the retail price, I'm just being honest with you guys, is he's saying it's completely renovated. It's most likely probably worth 130 retail, maybe even 135 based on his rents. And so 135 minus 110, it's about 25 off, right? So 25 out of 130. I mean, that's 80% of ARV. And that's pushing it, right? So my math works out. I'm using my formula that I teach you guys at freeholding.com, about 80% of ARV. And so he says it's completely renovated. So 135, take off 25K. It's worth this. That's my price. So the profit on a potential deal like this would be 10K if I got it for 100. So just everybody knows how I do this math in my head really quick. Rental properties are actually pretty easy for me to do in my head because they work really well. So that is kind of how I came up with those numbers. Just letting everybody understand how that works out. So NOI. So when I say the word NOI is net operating. Okay. Net operating income. So that's my net profit. So if I pay $100,000 to buy. It's my buy. Okay. And I'm going to net $11,000 after everything. Net. That's my net numbers. If I divide that by that 100K, that's how much it cost me. That's about 11% cap rate. So I'm going to make 1% off of that, which is not actually, honestly, not even that bad. So that is how I do the math on this. So I can make these numbers work too. That's how I come up with a quick fizz. It's a quick $10,000. He didn't bite, so no big deal. Okay. So just FYI, because I've experience, I can do this in my head pretty fast, and I do it pretty quick. But yes, that is how I came up with those numbers, just so everybody understands how I offered that to the seller. So let's keep calling, guys. All right, let's keep going. Boom, boom, boom. All righty. Hopefully everybody watching this got some value from that one. All right, let's keep calling. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's go to, is this a manufactured home? Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All righty. That looks fully renovated. We're going to skip that cottage. Farmerville, Louisiana. Where in the world is Farmerville, Louisiana? 10% off of veterans. Do I have a vet in the house? All right. Do I have a vet that wants to partner up? If I close this deal, I will literally split the profit with you. Will somebody, any veterans, want to partner up with me on this? Be my partner on this. I want a 10% discount this lady or this guy. All right. Justin's a vet, so he's going to be my partner on this one, so I get a 10% discount. All right. Justin, what service? Just in case they ask me. And what year? Shout out to my vets out here too. Yes, I'm going to use the veteran discount to get a discount on the deal, but I'm going to split it with the veterans. So there is money to be made here. Okay, I'm not exploiting. All right, Navy got out in 14. So we're going to use Justin as my partner here, and we're going to make some money, okay? Justin's literally going to make hopefully $5,000 on this if I can close this person, just for being a veteran. So we like to take care of our vets over here, right? Let's get that veteran discount.
Hello?
Hello, hi. Is this the owner of 1332 Stardust Church Road?
Yes, sir, it is.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. This is Zach calling on my business cell, so it's a recorded line. I'm looking on Zillow here, and I see this cabin for sale. I was just seeing if you're still looking to sell the property.
Yeah, there's actually two cabins. Sort of updated it. I don't know, within the last 24 hours. They're next door to each other and actually connected. Electrical and water is underground, from one pole, if you will. If that makes any sense, but that's me.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one did you see it when it was a 1965 cabin or the 2010 cabin? Did you see both of them, or do you remember?
All I see here are the pictures. I see there's two cabins.
Okay.
And I'm guessing since you increased the price, you completely renovated both of them.
Well, I did in the sense that I emptied, I emptied the yard, emptied the inside of the cabin. I did do, paint the outside, which it had never been painted. So that's good because I did have it on a realtor for a couple months, but they kept leaving the door open for some reason, and I just couldn't afford that. But anyway, yeah. So having said that, in '65, there's a lot of things going on. So I know there's no lead paint. I know that much. As far as because I had to fill out the questionnaire, for the realtor. So nothing in it was ever painted. What happened was the first cabin built in '65, a preacher was building it with help, but he had a stroke. So
oh no,
there's but he's okay. I mean, he was when I bought it 18 years ago. He was actually in a wheelchair, but he was the only one that had the motivation as far as finishing it. But they did finish the larger portion of it, and I just used it as a storage, a shop, and a washroom, the unfinished part. But I did do some replumbing on it and put a new hot water heater in that one. Gosh, if I say 3 years, I know it's 6 years ago, time flies. But the 2010 cabin, when I built it, I was going to make it a shop. And my daughter-in-law and, grandbaby came soon, and I said, okay, y'all can have that. And I just sort of redid it to where I, turned it into a small cabin itself. It's a little 2-story. And, but yeah, when I decided to sell, I emptied everything out of the downstairs of the other one, which now prime textured and painted with some exterior paint. Since Louisiana, even North Louisiana, has got a humidity, so wise people use exterior paint on the inside too, just to prevent, mold, simply. But so yeah, as far as that much goes, it looks much better than raw sheetrock, with white walls and all. But it is a small cabin. It's let's see, 18 by 20. But that cabin is also sunk into 3 inches of concrete and grout. It's one of those that is made for hurricane force winds.
Yeah.
And so it's really an above ground storm shelter as well. Put it this way, when a storm comes through and someone's here, we just always go to that cabin until the worst part passes. But not like North Louisiana gets hurricanes,
Yeah.
But no, are you a realtor or
No.
investor? Or?
So I'd be looking to buy it cash with my partner.
I see.
So that's kind of what we're calling. I'm sort of looking here. I mean, I was sort of confused on this because I see so many price changes in the past.
Well, yeah, what happened was when you see a drop of it going down, let's say 45, and then it goes up to 119. And I'll tell you about at one point, me being a for sale by owner, I'm not the best in the world. I've got 3 realtors right now that are trying to get me to sign because, it's definitely, realtors, anyone else, it's like this. I told my boss, hey, I can clean your house, but you can't clean your own. That kind of deal. But no, I went as low as 98,000. But until someone bought a property that I owned that is 2 lots away from me, or actually 1 lot, and it's a 1/4 acre, and he paid 20 grand, which the person that sold it to him, his wife had passed and they moved on. They had already moved on, and then she passed away. And I told him, look, just don't take any less than 20 for it, trying to be a friend, because I know the area. I've been here since I was 15 years old. And
It sold, but there was a 12 by 60 trailer on it, and it took a company a week to disassemble that trailer house and haul it off. So the new owner, I know he at least had 25 in it at that point, and then he put a little cabin on it, which it does look nice, but it's, gosh, it looks like it's 8 foot, but it's probably a 10 by 30, little cabin. And I know that costs nothing's for free, especially nowadays. And but that cabin itself, since it had the fancy glass, they make some of these smaller cabins with the fancy glass and all this. But and he put brand new decking all around it. This has all happened within the last 3 months or less. And but he's got 75,000 in it right now. He's got to. I mean, but when it sold, my point was this: when it sold, just the property for 20, and especially removal of that trailer house, just saying 5. And I've got a whole acre. Now he's facing the woods. I'm facing the lake. He doesn't have a lake view. So that's when I decided I was too low. But being for sale by owner, I'm not getting, like we all know, I'm not 90% of, the other people that may be a potential buyer, I'm not on the MLS. And actually, well, I'll hush there. I have a tendency to talk too much. So.
No worries. What's your name?
My real name is Lloyd, Lloyd Smith, but my nickname is Buddy.
Buddy?
Always has been, yeah.
Cool, buddy. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yes, if it's a good comparable, that's great. But unfortunately, every single buyer that's going to buy this property, just even if it's not a good fit for us, it looks like an EKG chart. I see 128, I see 149, I see 120, I see 119, I see 58. It's going up and down and up and down.
Yeah, well, that's what happened was the first realtor that came out, he said, Buddy, split the properties because all it is the water and the electrical. And he knows I've spoken with the electric company here, Claiborne Electric and Sardis Water, and it would cost around $5,000, and that would be just digging the trench and over. It's $1,100 for the water meter. The biggest cost would be the labor and the trench as far as the water and the electricity having a different route, if you will, going down to the other property. And the realtor knew that. So he said, if you want to get more bang for your buck, start out 75, 75 without separating them yourself, and leave that up to the buyer. And of course, that's the realtor talking there, So that stuck in my head 150, okay, when he said that. Now, the gentleman that was the realtor, he's been in this area for a long time, so I respected his opinion. But then again, he doesn't know just how much I put into that storm shelter. It's double insulated. It's even got door hatches to where you can isolate the downstairs. It's double insulated with R13, and it's got house wrap in between, doubled, and then it's on 2 stacks of 2x4s on each end. So in Louisiana, it's about like Florida, I would imagine, the humidity, and at least y'all have some. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I hope y'all doing okay. I just talked to someone that went to Florida to visit her daughter, but I hope y'all guys are doing all right, Yeah. That storm and all, but nevertheless, that's how that got started. So in my mind, in my elementary mind, when he said that, I said, okay, well, I know this older cabin, I've come to the realization it's not going to sell for that. Okay. Even though the other one, you'd have to sort of live in it to understand it. And he was also basing it on the water access on the deed, which is for either lot 3 or 4. And it's a small community. There's only 3 people that live here. The rest are camps down the hill. So I'm in a no flood zone on a high elevation, whereas anything down the hill is on stilts unless it's grandfathered in.
Yeah.
So having said all that, yeah, it got squirrely because what you're seeing when it says 45, that is just one cabin. That's lot number 3, the 1965 cabin. So I have switched that up quite a bit. And to be honest with you, the only reason I'm selling it, and part of me wants to just back out and not sell it. That's why I haven't hired a realtor yet or signed, because I'm emotionally attached to the property. I just had my grandson here for 4 days, and it's just like watching him. I'm like, God, man, I just am looking at the market. I'm like, where in the heck am I going to find a place, this I have a neighbor to worry with. The nearest neighbor's 100 yards away. I'm up on a big hill, and so, but no, definitely when it drastically dropped down to 45, that means it was one cabin for sale. And I don't know how to manipulate Zillow, get 2 MLS numbers. I tried one time as far as putting one with the 1332 address on it, and then one with like 0000, start of Church Road, how some people do that, on raw land,
Yeah.
But that didn't work out. So those high drops that you see is the one cabin. And I've always tried to sell the 65 cabin first because I know more about the property, where the pipes are. And if I wanted to keep one cabin, I'd rather it be the storm shelter cabin because I know it. Well, I know both of them.
Yeah.
Since I replumbed the other one, but.
Well, buddy, let me get to the point here. I'm looking at
ahead.
this property. Me and my partners would like to buy this. I know I can't pay you off of emotional attachment, unfortunately. I'd love to, but I can't, But
Right.
one thing I tell you here, buddy, is if we just buy this thing cash, we can use your attorney that you used, and
Right.
I'll even pay the closing costs, just so we don't have to negotiate, haggle, anything like this. I can go back to them. What price works?
Okay, I see. Did you just have me a question?
Yeah. What
Okay.
works if I buy this thing cash?
For me not to be sick about it, and feel like I made a huge mistake. And, I've had plenty of time to sit and think about this question here. What I know is this: the land without. You got to remember this too. When I bought this property, that cabin would have gone down in the last 19 years. Because they were using it as a family catch-all. Okay, they weren't using it as a camp. So, having said that, I know the sewer and all that is, in good shape on that one. The other one has a brand new sewer, a 300-gallon tank, and the peanut pipe. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but all that since 2010, on the other cabin. the land itself, I've been told by others and another realtor beside Antley, the first realtor, the 2 lots are worth $40,000 each. So let's just say, okay, let them go for 30. You know, take 10 off that. The cabin that I built after my dad passed, and actually had a contractor put it up, as far as the slab and the shell and the exterior and everything else, and the electricians and the plumbers and all this. I mean, I've got 35,000 in it, not including my labor, because I did the sheetrock and you know, that part of it, because that's what I did for a living until I became disabled. So let's say 30 and 30, and so, you know, $100,000 is what I'm looking at, to where I wouldn't be puking that I did something wrong, you know.
Okay.
Because I do think that, you know, I do think that the older cabin should sell, or since if you did want to sell them separately, you could, just like the other realtor said. But for both properties, to where I drive off in my RV and never come back, you know, sell the whole farm, so to speak, somewhere around the $100,000 arena is. Otherwise, I'd just rather move back in, you know. But that doesn't mean you can't make me an offer. Yeah, you know, at the same time, it's something for me to think about.
So, buddy, let me be honest with you. I talked to my partner, Justin. Justin's in the Navy for, I think, 5 years, if I'm not too mistaken.
Well,
He got
there's 10% off right there.
Yeah, he got out.
veteran.
He got out in
Yeah.
2014. After talking with him, we're looking at buying this thing. Like we kind of have our math together and what we're gonna do with this. If this thing needs some work, it needs some renovations.
It does.
I would
The
love
65.
to give you 100 for this. If this was fully renovated, ready to go, I can easily give you 100. I'll pay all that sentimental. I can't, because it's gonna need some work. And unfortunately, I can't hire you to do the work for me here, right?
Well, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe me, but the realtors, all of them said it would already been sold if I had a kitchenette in both of them. That's all. You know, and it's stubbed out. The code, the vented pipe, the drain. You know, it's all stubbed out and ready to go. But never. Keep talking. I'm interrupting.
No, I mean, honestly, what I'm looking at here is if he's got to do some work on the thing right here. I mean, I'm looking at the property. Needs the renovations 100. If I got to put 25,000 into it, that's probably where I'm looking at. 75,000.
That would give me something to think about. How long are you going to give me to think about? 80. 5. No. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to negotiate, man. I'm a pushover. Okay. I've known to be that way. But at the same time,
well, here's the thing, buddy. Like,
yeah.
I mean, 75 is just, that's me not negotiating, right? Like, honestly,
Right.
What, 77? Because I got to pay the closing costs. I'm just doing the math right. That's what I came up with. So either it works or it doesn't. I mean, no big deal. I mean, worst case scenario, just go buy another house. So I just don't want to waste your time or my time, right? So does 75,000 work?
Well, the closing cost shouldn't cost but 200. Well, I would like. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Jeez. okay, let's just say we somehow reached an idea of 77. I trust the lawyer that he's only going to charge $200 or $300. Okay, so if you're willing to go as far as 77, I'll pay for the closing with 77.
Okay.
Because I know the lawyer will do that. It's just so y'all don't have paperwork that's gonna make it harder. Although I'll take whatever punch because I trust the lawyer.
Oh
The
yeah.
reason why I do is, number one, I bought it from him, and less than a year ago, and I talked to him 6 months ago about something else, because someone was wanting to lease it all, and when I found
Now Justin's gonna get paid on this.
cabin, that's when I would have no liability as far as insurance or no insurance. It's up to them. It's theirs. When I found that out, that made a difference in my mindset because I didn't understand that. Now, but here's the thing. When I called him and I mentioned to him, I said, I reminded him that if I sell the whole property, what it was when I went up there, I was checking out the private road that comes to the property.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, it's clear. And you can see it just clear as day. That everyone's property on this private drive ends at the private drive. And no one owns the private drive. Therefore, I was just double checking before I put it on the market. And, but I showed him all my paperwork and happened to have my mortgage thing you get from the city, and had endorsed and all that, no liens and all this. But I said, how much would you charge me? And he said, like it is, you got everything you need right here, $200, So, and he's an elderly man, but he wears a 3-piece suit. He's in a walker.
Oh,
it's
wow.
amazing. Yeah. He's in Ruston, Louisiana, which is 18 miles to I-20. And another thing you got going for you if we do make a deal is Ruston per capita is the richest city as far as people financially, Louisiana Tech and all that. And Darbone is their playground. And this lake where I'm on is they have big crappie or white perch tournaments, with the big wigs and all that. So, and here's the deal about this too, is there's a couple millionaires down the hill. When it floods, they come up here to use my facilities for a shower and a bathroom. So, but they're friendly people. They've actually helped me some, through hard times. But, 77, and I take the hit on whatever. How do y'all work? You just cash sell and then it's done, it's yours, and then I ride off in my RV?
Yeah, I mean, the lawyer will help us out with it, right?
Right.
So,
oh yeah, he knows it. He helped. Well, like I said, 18 years ago, he did that, and he had some of the thing when it was being developed in 1965. He had people that were many of the people used that lawyer is what I'm trying to say when it was developed.
yeah.
So, yeah. But how do y'all do it, man, if y'all in Florida?
So we have partners in Louisiana that help us buy the property. So as you know, probably in Florida, I mean, if I'm going to buy a rental property or maybe even Airbnb, it's going to cost me $500,000 plus to go buy something like that. And my property insurance has probably tripled in the past year and a half, and then we have another hurricane's about to hit us, right? I mean, it just,
I didn't even know that. I'm sorry. God.
Well, no, it makes everything so expensive, right? And so it makes so much more sense to buy a property that is not going to get hit with crazy insurance, that is relatively cheap, and where I can get, maybe $1,000 plus per month in rent, and I don't have to pay so much in insurance and property taxes, right? Because Florida doesn't have a state income tax, but they jack it a little more on the property tax, which is not good for me, right? If I'm buying these to rent out, and that's always the issue. So that's how we do it, right? That's pretty much it. I mean, so I'm just guessing here with the attorney. I go, if you can go get the information from him, but it should net you around 70,000 after everything. If you add that discount on for the veteran on there, be good to go.
Well, I see what you're saying. I want to stick to that because I wouldn't even exist without the veterans. And my family, I never had to serve. And just buried my stepfather. He passed away in December, but we had his funeral in October. I have a brother-in-law that worked for the Pentagon. He was made colonel back then, and now he just recently, within the last year, is a commander over the Air Force Base in Omaha, Nebraska. And he's like Colonel Dave Lamont. Probably could Google him. I never have, but so I got great respect for him. My real dad was in the Air Force with Elvis, and goes on and on.
Wow.
So crazy.
Yeah, I never served either, but my partner is, and in my family, I got members that served in both sides of the Civil War. Not Revolutionary War, but 1812, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and then pretty much nothing after that, really. But my great aunt was really into genealogy, so we got all that stuff. But yeah, we appreciate our vets.
Crazy. Yeah.
So,
well, that makes sense. Can't believe I'm doing this. What little bit you saw in that cabin, it's still about the same. The storm shelter cabin. So really, all I've got is a makeshift oven, which is in a different room. In the upstairs, I got a trundle bed, but and my grandson's toys, mainly, not a whole lot, really, And this way, I'm about 25. I'm probably about 30 in debt, so I've been trying to wing it because it's cost me about 20 grand to get it this way. Because in order to get them emptied out and all my property stuff emptied off of the property, it was not quite bad as Sanford and Son type deal, whatever. But I had plenty of refrigerators that didn't work that. But I had put some work into this thing. Me and my grandson just pulled down 3 pine trees that had been cut by the Highline people that I actually paid under the table to cut down 13 big pine trees, that I didn't like. I was trying to clear out the backyard of the 65 cabin.
mm-hmm.
So I've got a good start on, but man, I had a bulldozer come in before. I don't know how.
All right, we got to end this call.
You can see the yard and this and that, and you can see you can probably see the picture of the High Line. But this was nothing but thicket. Actually, where I'm sitting, and you had pine trees, the huge, you can't put your arm around them, type pine trees.
Yeah.
And cut down. I had several of those cut down. I got lucky with a guy who had he's passed away now, but he cut down a bunch of trees. All that was bulldozed. And the guy who did the bulldozing to get the land prepared for the metal building, the Quonset hut, the storm shelter, whatever you want to call it, he also worked for the city of Farmville for the plumbing, and he said, are you know, and I was putting in a shop, you gonna have a restroom? I said, yeah, I would, might as well. So he actually, he said, go to Reed's Lumber, a local place, back when you could get a septic tank. Nowadays, it's hard to get things, y'all know that, especially now.
Yeah.
And but all that was done by him with his transit and all that, his helper. He had a tractor and a backhoe and did all that. So I know it's all done correctly. And I was in such, just so you'll know more about the property and who you get to come out, that 65 cabin, since I didn't know what I was buying until I found out later, I did finally found the septic tank. It's, they were all putting in concrete septic tanks, at that time. So it not being a family catch-all, and it really was. It wasn't. I used to be in the apartment business. I did a lot of apartment turns as far as painting, and you would see all kinds of, like, but it wasn't a hoarding type deal. It was just family furniture and the preacher's files, and had several pews in it. So what I'm trying to get at is, since no one ever used it much, but when I bought it, I still didn't know what I was getting. So I got in the habit of not putting any tissue down, and I wasn't gotten, I know.
Y'all's talking smack in the comments. Y'all don't have to go bring somebody through and a cash buyer through, okay? You got to build some rapport with this, okay? If I'm bringing 3 cash buyers through, I got to build rapport, okay, guys? This is the name of wholesaling, okay? Y'all that ain't got no patience ain't going to make money.
Which he don't live with me. I'm lucky to get him once a month, but he's 12 years old, so it's back when you don't have to wipe, really. Back in the good days. You sound to be either 28 or 35. How old are you?
I'm 23.
You're 23. You're a go-getter, man.
Yeah, I mean, my partners have the money for it, so that's kind of how we work here. But I'll be honest with you, buddy. I want to look at everything. Everything looks great. The one thing we always do, just because, I mean, we're in the South here, right? I do have to go have somebody put eyes on it, look at it, probably a handyman, just to make sure, this thing isn't termite infested or anything like that. But if that works, we can do it. We're just going to have to go look on the property and everything like that.
Yeah, that's for sure. No problem. If you're telling him 70, I don't think he'll wink at it.
No, it should work. So, buddy, what I want you to do is just send me over the attorney's information. I can call you back tomorrow, and I'll get the attorney's information and then some more info on the property, and we can get somebody through there just to look at it, and then we should be pretty much set up to go.
Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this, man. Giving him someone my word, There's not going to be no sleep for Buddy tonight. I'm telling you, God. Well, let me think before we hang up, because I got to be with my word here. Hang on. This is happening pretty quick. Just hang on. Let me think. Hey, man, what time? Let's see. It's what, 5:30 your time? What time is it?
About 6:08. So I'm guessing it's 5
6:08.
Central.
Do you mind if I sit here and pray for it and call you back in an hour? Because you're not telling me. I don't want you to go through all this problem, or not problem, but work, and cost you, and you may not want it anyway. Okay. So let me make sure that I'm doing the right thing.
How about How about we meet you at the property?
Well, that'd be fine. It's no problem, because I'm on the property in an RV right now, and so that'd be fine. I can show whoever comes to look. I can show them everything about it. Every from every faucet to everything good to everything that's gonna need work. You know? But you put some log cabin siding on that 65 cabin and the unfinished part, get that back up to par, which I really didn't have a good picture of it, but it's about a 20 by 30 area. I don't even have that picture in there. And I don't have it included in the square footage either because it's not finished, but it's studded up and everything. But it does have, it's got issues.
Yeah.
That's why I'm using it as a porch.
So let's do that.
So,
I'm just letting you know. I'm a man of my word.
Okay, you want to just leave it hanging like in a balance then?
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're still in agreement for 70. The only thing that'll change that is if the house is falling apart, but I don't think that. But I'm a man of my word.
Well,
I give you my price.
It's by no means it'll be here longer than we will. It may not cosmetically, as far as a woman liking it. You're gonna have to put a kitchen in. You may have to paint the paneling. I mean, there's some work to be done on the 65 cabin, to make a woman happy. To make a man for a cabin, that's why I have it listed as cabins. To make a man happy, I don't think is much, right?
Yeah, no, not much. So
you put a pool. I guarantee you put a pool table and some beer lights in there, Louisiana Tech and Budweiser lights. It would already been sold too without sink. But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, there is some issues with it. So, but still, I gotta have an hour to stick to the 70 and just call you back. Is this your number?
Yeah, call me back.
And what's your name?
Zach.
Zach. Okay, Zach. I'm gonna walk around the property and think about it, and that way I'll be solid as far as sticking to and not backing out.
Well,
okay.
Are you backing out now, or I thought we agreed on this?
No, I'm calling you back with a yes or no at 70.
All
That's
right.
what I'm doing. Okay.
All righty. Remember, it's
all right. If that lawyer starts eating me up for some reason because of y'all's side, y'all got to patch me up a little. All right.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Well,
all right.
I'm going to get out of this RV and walk around my property one more time. And whether you end up buying or not, I've got to make that decision. And what time you got now?
6:12.
6:12, 6:15. I'll call you back at 7 o'clock. All right.
All righty.
And it'll be, come on out and look 70 and or it'll be, I can't do it. You'll have one way or the other.
Okay. One last thing to think of, buddy, before you think about everything. If you can't do that price, I'm just giving you an FYI. If you call me back in 2 to 3 months and you can't sell it, I will not be at 70,000. I will be at a lot lower because interest rates are going to go up. So just letting you understand that, because I get a lot of people. They say no. They call me back 3 months later, and my price has gone down.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I would expect that because you don't. That's why I want to make damn sure that I'm serious about what we're talking about. You sort of caught me off guard here, okay? So I'm going to look around and pray about it a little bit there, and that's all I need. 45 minutes.
All right.
Because I'll be anxious one way or another to do it. And that way I can sleep tonight because I've had time to think about it. And I will also call my brother.
All right.
In Chattanooga. All right.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
All right. Not bad. Call me back. Woo! So that is 40K reduction. So no big deal. I got somebody saying in the comments that, what is it? Bro, I've sold life insurance for years. Okay. This ain't new to me. I promise you, yappers will not stop. You're the one that has to. Yeah, okay. So I'll make a bo. Let's play a game where you show me the last $100,000 in profit you've made last month, and I'll show you the last $100,000 of deals that I've made last month, and we can compare, do a show and tell. If you can't do the show and tell, I don't want to hear what you have to say. That is what my opinion is on that. I'll tell you straight up, guys. With a deal like this, yes, I spent a lot of time talking to that seller. But do you think, because the seller now has to make a decision if they're going to go with that 70K or not, do you think because I talked to them for 30 minutes and I actually built a little relationship and rapport with them, that I have a higher chance of them saying yes and me making $20,000 on the deal because of having a longer conversation? Or do you think the percentage of me closing this deal went down because I had a longer conversation and I talked to him about his family. I know a little more about it and I know all these things. And I had some laughs with him. Which one do you think will give me a better chance of closing a deal? And if I'm going to make $20,000 on a Zillow for sale by owner deal, do you think it's worth me spending an extra 20 minutes showing you the real life of wholesaling real estate? Guys, when you go on an appointment, do you think I'm going to spend an hour with this guy? Yes, probably even more. Guys, these deals, everybody thinks you go in and out and you close them in 15, 20 minutes. That is not how wholesaling real estate works. I want you guys to understand that, okay? It takes a lot of effort to actually go out here and close these deals. Once you have a seller that is already motivated, willing to go down $40,000 on the property, just doing the math really quick, 40K on 120 is, that's a pretty good reduction, right? Like that's a $40,000 reduction, okay? Guys, you have to understand, this is how wholesaling works. How do you build rapport? Okay, we have an insurance salesman trying to teach me how to sell. Obviously, I've not seen any HUDs, and I don't think I will see any HUDs, which is kind of funny. As somebody that is wholesaling, not selling insurance, okay, I'm not making 5% on 40K. I'm making 100% on 40, actually 50% because I'm splitting with Justin, my boy, because we got a $10,000 price reduction because of Justin, so shout out to him. Guys, the reason why I do it, I want everybody to understand how this whole conversation went about. This conversation worked because I was able to talk to the seller, have them speak. And because they talked to me, I was able to build rapport. I want you guys to understand that. Rapport isn't built by me talking all the time. Rapport is built from me just listening. I want you guys to understand this just by listening. And I can help you understand this, that if you just listen, people will trust you more, they'll like you more, and they'll feel like you care because you actually do. Me actually taking an interest in what he has to say about the property, his grandson, all this stuff, do you think that built me extra rapport, or did that get me down rapport? Me cutting the guy off and not caring about his family seems like I don't care about the property. I want you guys to understand, you do not have to be in a hurry when it comes to closing a seller. This is why I whoop y'all's butts in my market, because I will spend an hour or even 2 hours, me and my team, talking to a seller at a property, talking about the dang Miami Dolphins, or talking about fishing, or talking about whatever they like, or talking about their grandson's soccer team. We spend an extra hour. That extra hour will net me a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 deal. This is the huge, massive difference of why I'm able to do huge deals in my business and people aren't able to, because I spend the extra mile. I go the extra mile. I spend the extra time. And I want you guys to understand, this cost me $0. Listening to somebody, having a conversation, actually caring about what they have to say, that is how you make the money. I want you guys to understand, if you're not willing, that phone call was, let me look at my phone. That phone call was in and out. Let's look at it. In and out, 41 minutes. If you aren't willing to spend 41 minutes to make $20,000 on a sale, you are not built for this business. If you are already getting impatient at the 40-minute mark when it comes to closing a seller, guys, it's so insane. If you aren't willing to spend 40 minutes to close a stinking $20,000 wholesaling deal, I don't know what else. Okay? I just don't understand why guys, I got $1,000 off the price every single minute I did that. Okay? Guys, I'd be on there for 4 hours if I got even lower, right? I want you guys to understand that talking to people and having conversations, this is how the game is played. No other guru will hop on a live stream, cold call sellers. Number two, no other guru will tell you what the real secret to actually closing sellers. It's not caring about the sale. It's caring about the people. Guys, we care about people. This is a people's business. Okay. This is not insurance where, oh, I'm trying to sell you and close this guy. Guys, it's not about closing the sale. This is not life insurance. We are having conversations with people. This is about selling yourself for the person. This is about having the person connect with you. Okay. You ain't doing that on anything else. Real estate is within someone's blood. Somebody doesn't need to buy a life insurance policy. Okay. They don't. Somebody needs to sell a property though. Is there emotion? Like there's no emotions with that life. There's emotions in wholesaling real estate. So I want everybody watching this to understand this is what real wholesaling real estate looks like. This isn't your gurus. This isn't your guru's broke uncle. This isn't your guru's broke business like video type thing, guys. This is real wholesaling real estate. This isn't fake. I show the real stuff. I show what real wholesaling real estate looks like. Real wholesaling real estate this is it. Me having conversation with sellers, me talking to motivated sellers, me listening. Guys, when I tell you to do the 80-20 approach, you guys saw it in this video. I spent less than 20% of the conversation speaking. I let the guys talk 80%. Y'all act like what I'm saying is different than what's actually real in this business, guys. You actually have to care about what the seller says. You actually have to care about what they're saying and just listen, guys. Use your ears. Have you guys listened that Rick is my dad? And what does he always say? He always says this every single time. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Do so accordingly. Okay? So listen, okay? Learn it from him. So this is why I hit the live stream button. Y'all want the whole edited thing. I got an actor on the other line, right? I got my auntie on the other line and we're editing it and it looks perfect. And it's like, no, okay. I'm not a broke fake guru. I'm a real wholesaler. So when I show you how I get a $40,000 price reduction, I actually do it. I do everything it takes from A to Z to get it done. I'm willing to hop on this live stream and do everything in my power to get the best price possible. So when I can tell that I saw some price reductions, I saw some motivation. I went all in on trying to get the best price. Okay. I went from 120 to 100 to 70. Okay. I went actually, sorry, that's a $50,000 price reduction, right? Wait. Yeah. 50,000. I got it at 70. Wait, 30, 40, 50. Yeah. $50,000 price reduction. What am I thinking? $50,000. It all takes having conversations with sellers. This is what this business is all about. Okay, guys. So sorry for my rant, but this is what real wholesaling real estate looks like. This is what the actual business looks like. If you want to get a $50,000 price reduction and make $20,000 on a deal, you're going to have to be willing to actually care about your sellers. This is the stuff the gurus don't tell you. This is why I hit the live stream button. This is why I do a spinner wheel. The spinner wheel said, you know what, Zach? I'm going to give you a deal. You're going to make $20K. You're going to close it in front of everyone. You're going to do a $50,000 price reduction, and I choose Louisiana. The spinner wheel knows all. Okay? The spinner wheel has spun me into making more money. Okay? This is why we love the spinner wheel. This is why the spinner wheel chooses everything for us. Okay? I should also do a spinner wheel of what clothes I should wear for the day, honestly. You know, honestly, I think I have a little magic conch shell on here that's going to tell me what to do all day too. But guys, just giving everybody the FYI of how I come up with these things, okay? I don't do it because I like talking to people for hours and hours and hours and getting no money. Guys, I do it for money, okay? So guys, patience will make you a ton of money in this business. Have patience and you'll make a ton of money, okay? I've just let everybody understand that. So, boom, $50,000, guys. Show me a guru that's going to do that. That guru ain't going to do it, okay? That guru ain't going to do it. And hold on, I got to do another flex. I forgot to do my time.gov flex on the gurus. So hold on. So this is just for me flexing on a guru. Here's time.gov. Actually, you hauled me in the conversation with the guy. I showed the time on there. So y'all already know. I did this live. Okay. This is a live cold call. Okay. This isn't fake. I got no actor on the other line. This is all real stuff. Okay. This is a live. Okay. This is live, this is free, and this is raw, uncut. This is what real wholesaling real estate looks like. Okay, this is the only channel that shows what the real wholesaling business looks like. Is there any other video where somebody talks to somebody for 40 minutes to close a deal? Never recorded, okay? It's not recorded. Why is it not recorded? Why is it not recorded? Because I click the live stream button because I'm not a broke guru. All right, guys? I got a stinking Category 1 hurricane about to blow through my house in under 24 hours. What I got 12 hours before the thing hits. 15, 16 hours. And what am I doing? Closing deals. Like what else am I going to do? Okay. This is what I do for fun. Okay. So just giving everybody an FYI of what I do. I do this business for real, guys. If the guy calls me back at 7, I'll answer it live. Knowing these type of guys, they'll probably call me in the morning. Just FYI, just letting everybody know. So, woo! Love it. Love to see that stuff. So, awesome. So, yeah, guys, I just want to let everybody know. Also, Nick's got to get paid. Justin's got to get paid on this. Justin, DM me, and we'll get this thing sold. I got $10,000 price reduction because of Justin. So, shout out to him. So, Diego says, get the axe, Zach. I'm about to chop down some prices. And it's like The Shining over here, you know. I'm just chopping things, okay? I'm just chopping these prices in half. I'm chopping them like crazy. And, yeah, it's true. You know, guys, I'll tell you one story. Why do I do what I do? And why do I spend time with the seller? Guys, I once had a deal where I made $40,000 on the deal, okay? Rick can tell you that he thought it was crazy when I was a teenager doing this. I went to the person's house every other day for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks straight. Okay, I think I had 14 follow-up appointments because they wanted to get to know me before they closed the deal. And they had a bunch of other wholesalers. Guys, you have to be willing to do what others don't so you get the results that others won't. Do what others don't so you get the results that others won't. That's an Inky Johnson quote. Okay, shout out to Inky Johnson. Do what others won't. Other people won't listen to a seller for that long. Other people won't be willing to do the work it actually takes. So to get the results that others won't, they can't get the deals that I do what they won't do. Reverse psychology, right? Guys, it's all worth it, okay? I just want everybody to understand that, all right? And Ricky says this, you know, it's a part of wholesaling. Nobody ever talks about it, okay? That's it, all right? Like, I'm just telling you guys, when I go before the stream and I say, hey, I'm going to go flex on a broke guru, how do you think I flex by closing deals in front of you, okay? I just think it's funny. Justin, Facebook would be better. Okay, I get too many DMs on I get too many DMs, so yeah. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, let's get it, guys. And oh yeah, I got my cups. I got my decaf coffee and my water. When I cold called, 2 Yetis, right? All I do is drink water and cold call, okay? I do it for real, okay? Tell you guys straight up. Wholesale real estate. That's what I do. I do this business for real. Nobody else does this for wholesaling real estate, okay? Decaf. It has to be decaf, okay? If I'm drinking coffee at 6 p.m., I ain't going to sleep, all right? I ain't going to sleep. But yeah, guys, I just want everybody to understand how I came up with my things, what I do, how I do this all. Yeah. I don't know how legit this is. I get a $50,000 price reduction when I send the contract to the buyers. The numbers make no sense. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? If I give it to a buyer for $90,000, a deal like that, and they see it's listed for $120,000, they know it's a good deal, right? That's how wholesaling on the MLS works. That's how wholesaling for sale by owners work, right? Heck, I could even sell for $80,000, right? Like, let's see here. Yep. Bye-bye. All righty. All right, let's see what we got here. And then also, FYI for everybody, I'll make this announcement. We're going to get some more stuff right here, but just want everybody to understand this. I have a Category 1 hurricane about to go strike our my area where I live. So I'll give everybody FYI. Let me just show you guys really quick so we can give you an FYI. All right. I want everyone to decide what time I'm going live tomorrow. Okay. I'll let the community decide. Okay. Right here. I'm like right here, right smack dab right there in the middle. Okay. That's where I'm at. It looks like it's going to hit 1 p.m., about 5 p.m. Wednesday. I will literally have no power tomorrow. So I think me and Rick go live at 1 o'clock for an end of the world live stream. We talk about wholesaling. We got some really good topics. We're going to share some good stuff. I'm thinking 1 o'clock, maybe even noon tomorrow, just so we can do a live stream. Let me know what time works best for everybody. It looks like the end of the world, but we're going to see what happens. So what time works? Let me know. You already see this. I want everybody to understand this, okay? It's going to be a hurricane. This thing ain't going to have, like, it's over 90% chance wind gusts up to 75, 80, okay? So, like, there's no power, okay? There's going to be no power at all. So, let me know what time works for everybody. I'm thinking 1. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, I'm going to be at wind gusts starting at, like, 10 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm going to try 1 tomorrow. I just want everybody to understand. So, don't be upset at me if there's no live stream tomorrow, okay? I'll be equally upset that just whenever I'm not live streaming just to blow off a live stream. I'm going to go live at hopefully 1. I might go at 11 or 12. I want everybody to keep their tabs open around 11 o'clock, see when I'm going live. I want everyone to understand that. About 1 o'clock probably, okay? That's probably going to be the best time because I got to wrangle up some meetings and stuff in the morning. So we'll do 1 o'clock tomorrow. Me and Rick are going to go live, and we're going to do the end of the world. You know, be a fun little podcast, right? We're going to do it. I'm literally going to hit live, and I know for a fact the live will be cut short because the power is going to go out. So maybe I go from 1 maybe to 2:45. The power's probably going to be cut out by then, okay? I'll have the camera. As long as the power's on, I'll show you the outside. Studio's right literally on the water, so you're going to see going crazy. So I'll be live streaming until the power goes out. So it'll be really fun. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I think is going to help really well. But yeah, it'll be fine. But super safe. Well, we got, I mean, at my place, hurricane, Category 5. What is it? Impact glass. It's like $30,000 windows. Okay, like we're fine. I'm sure Rick got his going on too. So reason why I spend $30K on windows, so you're safe, right? So yeah, I just let everybody know in there. So yeah, let's get some questions going. All right, I just want everybody to understand, okay? If these dang gurus ain't gonna blow me away, or okay, no hurricane's gonna touch me. These dang broke gurus ain't going to stop me. Do you think a hurricane's going to stop me? Might stop me Thursday. No power. But I might generate and stuff, but like the Wi-Fi is not going to be good at all. I'll look like a potato talking to you guys, but I record some really good content for everybody, so it's fine. So it'd be good. Worst case scenario, there will be videos put out. So just FYI, you're not going to miss any video content, but things are going to get a little dicey tomorrow. We're going to see what happens. It's going to be really fun, really interesting. So just in case I can't talk to some people, let's do some one-on-ones really quick, and I'll get back to some cold calling, answering some questions, and go from there. So first person here, we got Imri. Hello, Imri. Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
Loud and clear. What is up?
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm in Budapest, Hungary.
Hudge Budge.
Budge? Budapest.
Hudge Budge.
All right. So in the mid 1980s, I made a lot of money in real estate, but then I got involved in some businesses and lost it all and had to make a living in order to feed my family. And now I see how tech has changed everything. So the past couple of weeks, I've been looking at all this. I've been watching your programs, and I'm sitting here writing a kind of a script to start calling agent calls tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay. What's your goal though? Like, are you looking to wholesale it, flip it?
Wholesale,
What's
yes,
the...
wholesale.
Okay.
Wholesale, and I'm thinking starting in Arizona because my daughter lives in Tombstone.
Okay.
My son lives in northern Santa Barbara County, California. But you know,
Okay.
California is kind of iffy. But Arizona seems to have some pretty good prices. Taking a quick look around Tucson.
Yeah. Anything outside of Phoenix, you should be good. Tucson's actually not bad. Tombstone is on the border. So Sierra Vista is probably going to be your best bet if I have to guess the biggest population center, but I would probably do Tucson if you're going to do it. The only thing I could tell you is, I mean, wholesaling real estate's pretty much the same as it's been since the 80s, right? Like I've read all these books from the 80s and 70s on wholesaling. Same thing. But yeah, it's just having conversations with people and locking up the deals and selling it, right? So I did some cold call in Arizona, I think a couple of weeks back, and got some good deals from it. So it works out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was thinking that Tucson has enough population. You know, Tombstone only has a handful of properties for sale, so it kind of slim pickings. But that's where she wants to live, and they're very happy there.
Yeah, I mean, that works out. I mean, the only thing that's different from the past 10 years that's been different for wholesaling is just the availability of data. These credit card companies have really, these credit bureau data companies have really gotten everybody's information. Like pretty much if you apply for credit, I can get anybody's phone number, which makes it really easy.
I'm shocked. I couldn't believe it. You
No,
know, in the mid 1980s, you know, you called on the phone and you went out and looked at the property, and it was very time consuming. But you know, you did the deals right. You made a lot of money.
Yeah. So I think you're fine on that. You just got to figure out what list you're going to do and then just call them. But I mean, if just have a regular conversation, you're good to go.
Well, I was thinking of starting with something simple like Zillow agent calls, and then working from there one direction or another.
Okay. Is it going to be on market or off, like the for sale by owners?
Well, I was thinking of starting with agents for on market properties.
Okay.
Do you think that for sale by owners would be better? I know it's better in general, better to talk with the owner because you're getting firsthand information.
I mean, if you're not a realtor, it's probably not the best thing to do, because how the MLS works really now is, I mean, the market is shifting a lot, but unfortunately with MLS wholesaling, you're going to have to give at least 100 offers to even get 5 decent bites on it. Because you're gonna need a decent discount. So that's always the issue. Off market's always better.
So it would make, in general, it'd be more effective and efficient to call for sale by owners. Is that what you're saying? Or
it will. What's best is, let me give you a statistic. 90% of all properties sold are sold through a realtor on the MLS.
Right.
That's a complete fact. Even 95%.
Okay.
But properties that are sold for 30% below the value of the property, only 10% of those are sold on the MLS.
Okay.
90% are going to be off market.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you want to be where all the deep discounted properties are. I would honestly tell you is everyone's cold calling the for sale by owners. Even me, I'm cold calling FSBOs, but it's still very saturated, right? So you can do that. What I would do on top of that is I would cold call government lists. So the code violations, the probates, properties that got the water shut off on them, the eviction lists, the list goes on and on forever. Those are really good too.
Now, are those accessible from Hungary? I'm living in Hungary.
Yeah.
We escaped when I was a child, and I grew up in California, and I moved back here a good while back. And now I think it would be nice to pick up some properties in Arizona and give me a good reason to go there too.
Yeah. I mean, my grandpa's name is Istvan, so I know Hungary pretty well.
There you go. Istvan, you're Hungarian.
I'm part Hungarian, yeah.
I don't even have to make you an honorary Hungarian. You are a Hungarian.
I don't speak Hungarian at all, but I know Hudge Fudge. That's all I know. So, no, you can do it from Budapest all day. I got people from Slovenia wholesaling. Probably got a lot of Hungarians actually watching this. So, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of places with a few Hungarians and a few places with a lot of Hungarians. But so I can get this stuff online, this information online.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just ask. Yeah, all you gotta do is just email somebody out here, right? So I like emailing the code enforcement department. So just letting you FYI for you, like I just closed this deal in Louisiana. I'm in Florida. There's literally no difference between being in Budapest, Sweden, right? Like I'd be in Germany, like anywhere. Internet connection and a phone. That's all you absolutely need.
I've got them both.
So that's it. And really, like, let's say worst case scenario, the seller goes and says, "Oh, are you in, I don't know, Tombstone?" No, but my partner is. My daughter is.
Yeah, my daughter, my partner. Yeah, yes.
And then boom, nobody cares, right? Like that person I just cold called today, they're like, "Are you in Louisiana? It looks like you have a Florida phone number. What's going on?" My partner's there. My cash buyer is my partner.
Right. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting call you had.
Yeah, it's a fun one. That's how a lot of those go. But I like in person the best, but virtual, it works really well. So
it's efficient.
Yeah,
might be a little more effective in person, but I'm wondering if you can incorporate this with Zoom calls with sellers.
You can do Zooms with sellers. Over the phone, still probably best. I don't really need a Zoom to close somebody, just because the facial expressions and then basically closing somebody with the nonverbal signals, you still don't get that off of Zoom, so it doesn't really matter. The phone still the best one, right? That's why. Go ahead.
You get some facial expressions over Zoom, body language.
You can. But let me ask you a question. You see a lot of high stakes sales calls, right? Like a lot of them. You look at life insurance companies, you look at stock brokerages, you look at a lot of high pressure sales. You look at Grant Cardone, they're never done on a Zoom. They're still done on a phone.
Right. Yes.
And there's a reason why Goldman Sachs still does phone closings. They don't do Zoom closings because it works.
Well,
and
at least of course, it's easier to get somebody on the phone than a Zoom.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to get them on the phone to set up a Zoom appointment, which, half of them aren't going to show up.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I came up with it, right? Don't stick yourself just to Tombstone because it is a smaller place.
No, right. That's what I'm thinking, Tucson.
So you do Tucson too. Honestly, what I have found is if you can find a market with over 50,000 population and the property values are under $300,000 or $400,000, that's a pretty good virtual market, right? So I think Tucson's great. I think that's good to go.
Yeah, it seems it has a good sized population. It's a fairly large company, and the prices are pretty reasonable.
Yeah. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I would probably hold the code violations, and I would probably try, if you can, the for sale by owners. I don't think it's going to give the best results for you. I'm just being honest. Code violations are probably going to be the best one. And then if you really can, I'd probably do the water shut off list. That's a really good list.
I believe it.
The water's not running the house. You don't want to live in it, right? So,
yeah, you got that right. Well, I was thinking, starting with the agents and the for sale by owners, really to get a little bit of practice. I have not made any calls yet on that, so
go do it.
I was writing the script as you are talking. So,
well, wait. So, are you licensed at all?
No.
So here's the problem. Like, have you ever talked to a lawyer?
Well, I've talked to lawyers. Yes.
A lot of them like to talk over you, right?
Yeah. Well, I went to law school for a year about 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, agents do the same thing. Like I've been 6 years in wholesaling, made millions of dollars. I've bought not thousands, but hundreds of just properties myself.
Yes.
And realtors don't respect you at all unless you're like them, a realtor, right?
Right. Yeah.
A lot of them are going to talk over you. And they're going to assume you don't know what you're talking about just because you're not licensed like them. It's not going to stop you, but you're just going to have to talk to a lot more of them. That's honestly what I found. So try the for sale by owners.
Yeah, well, they're going to speak everyday language.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good plan for you. Do the for sale by owners and just try the
Okay.
code violations, and then
Yeah,
get back to me.
I will.
All right.
Thanks for the input, man.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.
And I was surprised when the guy asked how old you were. I was surprised about his response.
They don't care.
He asked, how old are you? You said 23. Now, some people would, you think, kind of downplay you. But he said, wow, you're really great or something like that.
Because I have confidence. If I didn't have confidence, they would care.
Yeah,
They
you
wouldn't-
project.
They would care. If I project the confidence, it doesn't matter, right?
Mhm. Exactly. It picks up.
How old was how old, I think Alexander the Great was really young when he took power, and like he had the confidence, right? Because I think his
Probably.
dad was
I'm not that old. I wasn't really around.
no, I mean he was 25 and he conquered the
Uh-huh.
entire world. So like your age doesn't matter. It's the confidence you have.
Right.
And for that studies history and great people, age will never be the factor of if you're great or not, right? Is all about how you present yourself in the world.
This is true.
That's why it doesn't matter if you're 95 years old or you're 20 years old. If you have the confidence, you're good to
Yeah.
go.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You can come across very incompetent as a 55, 60, 70-year-old,
Oh, yeah.
whatever, or vice versa. Even at 23, you could be confident.
Yep. So that's it. I really appreciate it.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of.
Oh,
Is that
and Emery,
in Hungarian?
Emery's how you could say my name, or Imre if you're in Budapest.
Okay. Is that Henry in Hungarian?
There is no direct translation.
I'm trying to think of a translation of it. All right. No
I'll
worries.
give you a story about it next time.
All right. I appreciate it. Hop
Okay.
on next week
Thanks.
and I'll talk to you.
I'll talk to you then.
All right. Have a great one.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. My grandpa is Hungarian. So I have that part of me. I got people from Hungary that came to this country like, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago. I got people that have been in the USA since 1780s in Virginia. And then I've had people that came over in the 1800s from like Ireland. You know, like my family's all over the board, right? Like it's the American dream. Okay. Every part of the world my family's come from to get this piece of wholesaling information. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of crazy stuff. So I got a big family. So pretty much everyone in the country, when I talk to somebody virtually, like I was talking to a seller from Kansas, I have a lot of family from Kansas too. I got family everywhere. Okay. So like, it's pretty easy for me to cold call somebody, and I don't have much family in Louisiana though. I don't think I have any in Louisiana, but you take 23andMe test, someone's going to be there. Right. So that's the honest point, guys and gals. But yeah, that's the point, guys. I just want everyone to understand that in wholesaling real estate, it's about your confidence. Okay. And so your age doesn't matter, right? So I'm looking here. Let's see. At 25, Alexander the Great pretty much ruled a lot of the known world. All right. And that's pretty impressive. Okay. So let's look at, I think when age had waged war. I think Alexander the Great was around 20 years old when he took over one of the biggest Greek armies of all time and just conquered all of Persia, basically. Okay. So pretty much it doesn't matter how old you are. You can conquer the world. It doesn't matter what year it was. Okay. Now, a lot of things have changed since then, but how people respond to confidence is human nature. That's how psychology works. Okay. If you have confidence and you have authority in a room, it doesn't matter. You will conquer the room. You will conquer the attention, the respect of the people. This is how human beings are, okay? We are literally like, you look at caveman times. It's how our brain's hardwired, okay? Just let everybody understand that. But that's how wholesaling real estate works. So let's answer a couple more questions here. Rogilo says, hey, Zach, I'm 16, trying to get into wholesaling. Do you have any tips for me? Kind of like what I just said. It doesn't matter about your age, okay? It doesn't matter about how much money you have. It doesn't matter in the world you look like. It doesn't matter if you have an accent. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter how old you are, okay? It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how tall you are. All that matters if you can care about a seller, help them with their issue. And a lot of these issues with these motivated sellers absolutely just comes from them wanting to get rid of the property for cash. That is it. My boy called me yet. My boy has not called me back. We're waiting for him to think about it. So that's pretty much it. 16. Go to freewholesaling.com. You see it on the bottom. That's how you get it going. So next here we got Tristan.
How's it going, Zach?
I'm blessed, man.
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I did the FISBOs you told me about. Did quite a bit of them. I got a bunch of leads, which is awesome. And
How
I
many
learned a lot
FISBOs did you
about
do?
FISBOs.
How many?
About 100.
Good. I remember.
Sure. You remember? I know you remember.
Yeah, you had the whole Fallout helmet. So
Yep.
I don't forget.
Sir. Well, you know, I got some guy that he wanted to sell 3 of his properties. He has to liquidate. It was actually his partner that I called. And he kind of ratted him out. He really told me like what the guy would actually take for them. So based on what they were listed for, which was like, he gave me 25K reductions on each of them. But, you know, I really have to like skip trace the owner, right? He told me he'd get them all under contract for me. I guess I don't know how that works though. My question was, can someone who doesn't own the property sign the contract?
No. I wouldn't
Okay.
do that at all.
Yeah, I was a little bit skeptical about that.
Unless they have 2 things, right? So there's only 2 reasons. So number 2 is if the probate. So if somebody dies and let's say the son is the only heir to the property, they can sign for it and then it goes through probate. That's okay. Technically, he's not the owner because that's gone through probate, but he can sign, right? And number 2, I've actually done this multiple times. I've had somebody that had like Alzheimer's disease, right? And terrible disease, one of the worst wretched diseases in the entire world. Hate it with a passion, right?
Yeah.
Want a cure, right? There's a man that's 90 years old that has Alzheimer's, and he has his house, and it's just been sitting there for 5+ years vacant, right?
Wow.
I ain't gonna go touch this guy's house, right? I have to literally. I talk to the aunts, I talk to the uncle, I talk to his entire grandson and granddaughter, and I literally talk to all the brothers and sisters. Like I literally talked to like 10 aunts and uncles, and I made sure they're all in agreement that I buy this property at this price because it needs this type of work. And the one lady who was the person's sister, the guy's sister, has a power of attorney. He was able to sign for over here because he was in the mental condition to do it. Okay. But all I needed was the signature from the lady.
Right.
What I did instead was, which I believe was the right thing, I talked to every single family member and make sure they were okay with it.
Yeah.
Making sure they knew grandpa wasn't getting screwed because it needs this much work. Because the Zillow was like 200, but I bought it for like 70 because I had to put I think I sold it like for a quick profit, but like somebody put like $50,000-$70,000 into it. So like, I'm just letting you guys understand, like those are the only 2 ways really to do it.
Okay.
So power of attorney, probate.
Power of attorney, probate. Sounds good. I also had another question. I got hit up by a bunch of acquisitions agents from this New Western agency. There's supposedly like 60 of them in my area, 30 acquisitions, 30 dispositions. They told me they did double closes. And I don't know. Do you think I should just ignore them? Because they told me they work with wholesalers. I think they'd be the lowest bidder, though. At least, you know, should I keep them at the bottom of my list, you know, just in case?
I'll tell you this nicely because I'll say this humbly. I do have some people watching me. And if I say mean things, then I get sued, and I ain't going to get sued. Okay. Now I'm not talking about who you're talking about, but let's just do a theoretical example.
Yeah. I don't even know.
The person you're selling a deal to ain't going to be a cash buyer. I'd be very careful.
Right.
Look at reputations of everybody. That's all I'm saying. So I would probably put New Western. If I'm looking at cash buyers, they would probably be my last resort. Okay.
Right.
Just because some of them are middlemen to it. Some buy it, but like not really.
Definitely.
I'd rather go to a cash buyer. If you can't sell the deal, then go with them. But there is some risk with using somebody that's not a cash buyer. So nothing wrong with the company at all. Not saying anything mean.
Yeah.
But I'd probably go with a cash buyer first.
Right.
If you can't sell it, sure, go with them. Just be careful.
Okay. All right. And then I had a last question. So when you're doing assignment of contracts, does the seller ever see the assignment of contract?
No.
Okay. So yeah, one time you were talking about the seller like flipping out on the price. It's just because the seller might talk to them. I don't know.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to clear that up. I really appreciate it. I did all those calls. I'm really confident with like talking to people now.
That's it.
Yep. I got everything in my head. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Zach.
Awesome. Is that an Ant-Man behind you?
Yeah, that's Ant-Man.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yep. I love him.
Quantumania, dude. That's gonna be a great movie.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait.
Dude, I'm excited for that one, man. But I'm gonna watch. I got Black Panther coming out Friday, so that'll be really fun too. But
it's coming out Friday.
Yeah, coming out Friday. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. Talk to me next week and keep calling.
I will. Yes, sir.
Keep going. Oh, yeah, guys. I think the 11th, right? Black Panther's coming out. Dude, I'm so excited for that movie. I'm so pumped. I wonder who's going to be the new king or queen of Wakanda. Who knows? I don't know. I think honestly, I don't want to spoil it, but like, hopefully it's good, but who knows? That'd be really exciting. I like Namor too, but like he's like an anti-hero, so we'll see. But I mean, honestly, I'll tell you about Black Panther. I didn't really know too much about it, and I watched that movie. That movie blew me away. They did it really well. So I'm hoping they do the sequel well. I always get my heart broken on sequels, but honestly, the second Spider-Man movie blew everything out of the water. Thor 2 was good. It wasn't Ragnarok. Like they did Iron Man 2 very well. So I think to honor Chadwick, they're going to go ham on Black Panther, hopefully. But we'll see how it goes. I think I'll do pretty well. Kelly,
Zach, how you doing?
every day above ground's an amazing day.
Yeah, I just had that quick question for you about wanting to go after the tax delinquent list. Sorry, I just got back from the dentist. But I think they want to charge $100 for it. So I was just wondering if I should pay the $100 for the list or get it off of list REI.
So they said it's going to cost us $100 to give you a list of tax delinquencies.
Yeah, like I asked them a while back, and I'm getting different answers, so I'm not 100% for sure. But it kind of the last lady that I talked to, she was saying that they charge $100 for it, whether she knows what she's talking about or that was even the correct information. I don't know for sure, but
I would go in person and just try. Doesn't hurt.
In person down to the courthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was. That's where I asked her.
They said they don't know.
They said it would be $100 and I could buy the list.
Okay, then I would just request it online and just get it digital. You don't need the printed version. Every time I play stupid, 50-50, you'll get it back for free.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, maybe they want to charge you for the paper. That's weird.
Awesome. Good idea.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
All right. Keep it up, Kelly.
Thanks, man.
All right. Then last one here, we're going to talk to Jonas. I haven't talked to Jonas in like forever. What is up, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
What's up? How can I help you out?
Yeah, so I got my first contract signed today.
Nice, man. Signed or assigned?
Signed.
Signed. All right, we'll get it assigned. We'll get it assigned.
I don't know because like it's 70K ARV.
Okay.
And you know it needs repairs. So I just got it for the lowest amount, which was 15. But you know I don't know. And the thing is, he really pressed me on the inspection period.
Okay. So what's
it's only
period?
10 days.
Okay. I mean, that's pushing it.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, I've called, I've sent out to all the cash, to the buyers agents. They're buyer agents, you know, for cash sales. And I've called for rents, and I've pulled the cash sales for single family in the area for last year. When you call for rents, a lot of property management companies pop up as the phone number. Is the an idea calling them or no?
The property management companies probably not. I'd just deal with the owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So and could I write the city in the private chat? And if
Yeah,
you
sure.
have
Send
any,
it over. Let's see what we got here. Okay, not a bad area. I mean, actually, wait. I mean, population's pretty good there. Yeah, I cold call the 4 rents, cash sales, title companies. No, sorry, not title company. You're in Georgia. I think that's good.
all right.
Yeah, you got to get this sold though. Talk to as many people as you can.
Yeah,
You know what to do.
And if I have to write a cancellation of contract, what do you put in it? It's just hi, this is not going to work out, and I text them.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you just message it out or you ask for an extension.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Zach.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
We got time for one more, so I'll put Romeo on, and then we'll get it going. What's up?
Going on, Zach?
What's up?
Got 2 questions for you. So
Awesome.
I was driving for dollars last week, came across this property. Fast forward, I talked to the seller, but it was kind of like a weird conversation. He was like doing the thing where he definitely was motivated, but trying to act like he wasn't. Kind of like that guy earlier today. I got to the price part, and he pulled the whole like, you give me an offer. So then I brought up like going to see the property, but he bought it back in 2020, but he's never actually been in the house because he bought it. It's 2 acres. He said he bought it for the land. He said the house, like it needs a complete, he said you're better off tearing it down and building up like $1 million home over there. Cause like, it's a nice, like rich area, but I just wasn't too sure. Like I ran comps. I don't know like what to do with running comps when it comes to acres. So I just ran comps based off like what the house is. Cause I wasn't really sure what to even offer. So I wanted to come and talk to you to see if you ever dealt with anything like this before I even give the dude a call back later in the week. I just wasn't really sure how to go about it because he said he just bought it for the land. He doesn't really like hasn't done anything with it in 2 years. Like it's completely run down. So just wasn't really sure how to go about that.
I mean, what price is he at on this?
He didn't even say a price. So I didn't give him a price. I just said I wanted to go see it, but he said like, I said, how would I be able to get inside the house and like have one of my guys come look around? He's like, I haven't even been in the house myself. It basically just, you're better off tearing it down. Everything needs to be done. Roof, walls, everything is just complete. I bought it for the land. So I was just like, all right, well, let me crunch the numbers. I'll give you a call back next week. Because he was just giving me nothing to work with there. But it was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do if he's never even been in the house. You know what I mean? He bought it back in
a lot though. It's actual property, right?
Yeah, no, there's a house there. Because I put a sticky note, but I never got a call, so I found like his information. But there's a house there. It's just on 2 acres of land as well. So he said he bought it in order to tear it down to do things, but still has yet to even go inside. So yeah, he's definitely trying to. I just wasn't
give him an offer.
Yeah. I was thinking about offering the price he bought it for, because like he bought it for 148 and he's done nothing. So if we're just buying land, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because like,
yeah, why not? Let me know how it goes.
All right. And then the second thing is I talked to a cash buyer today, trying to build a relationship. It actually went pretty well. He's pretty nice. He said, because like I'm still going about finding a lawyer. He said his wife's a lawyer and like she works with wholesalers all the time. Like he brings in new wholesalers and all that. How do you feel about like me or like partnering up with like a cash buyer's spouse who's a lawyer? Like I'm not sure if that could cause problems like with assignment fees, or if like you have any tips for that?
No, it shouldn't be. As long as I wouldn't see it as a problem.
Okay.
No, because they're going to know how much you're making no matter what. So
yeah.
I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Yeah. No.
If you're
Yeah.
a lawyer. I mean, if they try to screw you, you can get
Yeah.
your own attorney. So like, I think you're fine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We talked. I told him like I'm not trying to like screw anyone here. I'm just here to help. So
Yeah.
like the first thing he asked is how he could bring value to me. So he seemed like a nice dude.
Yeah.
Going
Honestly,
to
it'd pretty much be free for him to use the title company. So
yeah.
why not? I mean, the lawyer, but yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah, that's basically it. I'll give the guy a call this week and then offer him just what he got it for. And then I'll let you know how it goes.
All right. Keep it
I
up.
really appreciate it, man. Hey, good luck tomorrow. Be safe.
Oh, I'll be fine. Why do the Giants trade Kadarius Toney? That's a terrible trade.
You saw Xavier McKinney broke his hand. 18
Yeah.
games. Like
Dude, what's up with that? I've met Kadarius Toney. He's a nice guy. He's a rapper.
Yeah, like
You know
I
that?
don't. And then he said, yeah, I've heard.
He was at UF with me.
Yeah. I don't know, but
Dude, he's good,
said
man.
he
I don't know
wasn't
why
hurt.
he did that.
He tweeted how he wasn't hurt, and I was just like, well, that's great. And then of course the first pass of the Chiefs game goes to him. I was just like, all right.
Give it to Wandell Robin.
I know.
Let him be the man. But all right, man. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you later.
Take care, man. Enjoy your night.
Boom. All right, guys. So I'll be on 12 or 1 o'clock tomorrow with Rick. We'll see what's going on. It's our hurricane live stream, but we'll have a good time. So, guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Go to the one-on-ones on the Wholesaling House for Real YouTube channel. That's how you get the link on there. And see you guys soon.